Hey guys, today I want to talk about the unintuitive solution to your productivity problem. Now, if you have a productivity problem, I will bet any amount of money that this is the cycle you're currently in. First, you feel behind, inadequate, and crappy about yourself. From that place, from those emotions, you make an aggressive plan to catch up and correct what's wrong ASAP. After making the plan, you feel temporarily hopeful and in control. The plan is the solution. You're going to get back on track. But then you struggle to follow through on that aggressive plan. Not because there's something wrong with you, but because the plan is just not realistic. Not following through makes you feel more behind, more inadequate, and more crappy about yourself. And you do this cycle all over again. These feelings are keeping you in this vicious cycle. Now, here's what the solution is not. The solution is not to find new tactics. You do not need a new task management system, an external deadline, an accountability buddy, a Pomodoro timer, or any other productivity hack. The solution is also not to be more disciplined, improve your focus, or grow your willpower. You cannot discipline and willpower your way through a plan that is literally unrealistic for where you currently are. The problem is not you. The problem is your unrealistic plan. Now, the solution is to get into this virtuous cycle. First, change your story about yourself. Notice all the ways that you are on top of things and are good enough. Recognize how incredibly capable and productive you already are. Then, from that place, from those emotions, make a realistic, doable plan that fully accounts for your time, your energy levels, and your emotional bandwidth. Make a plan rooted in what is, not in what you wish. Then knock that doable plan out of the park. You can't help it. It's just so easy and obvious. And after doing that, you'll feel even more certain that you're on top of things, that you're good enough, that you're a capable and productive person. And then do it again. Keep building on this virtuous cycle. Now, here are the two reasons that people struggle to get into this virtuous cycle. First, your brain will think that it's dangerous to change the story about yourself. Your automatic brain is convinced that being mean to yourself is helping you. It's made the connection. I was mean to myself, and then I started doing stuff. It thinks its current strategy is working, and that if you stop, you'll just do nothing. But here's the connection that your automatic brain hasn't made. Being mean to yourself is fueling boom-bust cycles that ultimately are not moving you forward. Do a ton of stuff, you burn yourself out and give up. You feel bad about giving up. You do a ton of stuff, you burn yourself out and give up. You feel bad about giving up. Rinse and repeat forever. Your automatic brain is too much of an unself-aware, short-term thinker to realize this. And that's okay. That's why you have a more sophisticated, deliberate brain as well, which you need to activate to solve this problem. That discomfort from your automatic brain is totally normal. And it's not a valid signal that you need to listen to. It's just a little bit of animal brain discomfort that you need to manage. And I promise you that it will go away once your automatic brain sees the evidence that this new strategy is working. Now, the second reason that people struggle to get into this virtuous cycle is that you will feel disappointed when you look at the realistic plan. Your brain has gotten used to making an aggressive plan and feeling that temporary sense of hopefulness and control. The first several times that you make a truly realistic plan, here's what your brain will tell you. That's it? That's not nearly enough. You are never going to get there with those tiny, insignificant steps. And you'll probably feel emotions like annoyance, disappointment, frustration, or defeat to go along with those thoughts. And again, those are totally normal signals from your brain. And they are not valid, truthful signals that you should listen to. It is a cognitive illusion. It is not the truth. Because the truth is, small, doable plans create consistency and momentum. And consistency and momentum will get you to your goals much faster than your current boom-bust cycles. Your automatic brain may not believe that, and that is okay. It's just another bit of animal brain discomfort to manage in the short term until your brain sees the evidence and gets it. Now, here's why it is way easier to retrain your brain and get into these virtuous cycles with a coach than without one. I'm going to say something very blunt. If you already knew how to recognize the vicious cycle you're currently in, how to retrain your brain so you can get into the virtuous cycle, and how to maintain that virtuous cycle, even when life throws new obstacles your way, if you already knew how to do those things, you would have done it by now. And if you haven't already done it, the only thing standing in your way is either a knowledge gap or a skill gap. There's something you don't yet know, or there's something you don't yet know how to do. That's it. And the last thing I want is for you to be wandering around in the dark, blindly trying to figure out what the gap is and how to fix it. I know you can figure it out by yourself. It's just so dang inefficient when you could be working with a coach who can quickly identify the gap and easily help you close it. Because I don't want you to be solving this productivity problem forever. I want you to knock this out as efficiently as possible so you can get moving onto bigger, better things in your life. Your time and your life is too wild, too precious, and too short for you to waste it reinventing the wheel when you can lean on someone else's expertise and get there faster because of it. Imagine this being done. What would your life look like? What else would you be able to focus on? How would you feel? What new possibilities would open up for you? Just live for a few minutes in that vision of the future. And then come talk to me and let's make a plan to get it done. Go to the link above and book a free coaching consult.